So a few days ago, I was driving home from helping with my grandkids. I usually go Sunday night to Tuesday night. And when I left, they live about an hour away. I noticed on the GPS that it said it was going to be an hour and a half. And it looked like it was getting ready to storm. It was a little rainy, but it wasn't too bad. So I went ahead and took off and I took the back way. So I was going back home through the country. And it started pouring down rain. Like I'm talking pouring. Lightning, the lightning, it looked like it was hitting the ground. But I wanted to go ahead and get home because I had appointments the following day that I needed to do. Or honestly, if I didn't have appointments for Wednesday, I would have just turned around and went back. It was that bad. I do not like driving in the rain at all because we live in Texas and I don't know what it is about our roads, but they get super slick. When we first moved out here, we would notice that as soon as it started raining, people would slow way down. And we're like, why do people go so slow in the rain? And then we hydroplaned and we're like, oh, these roads are super slick. So whenever they get wet, they get slick. So I was having to drive slow. I was gripping the wheel probably a little tight. I was by myself. And I looked over and I saw a double rainbow. And it was beautiful. It was probably the brightest and biggest rainbow I've ever seen in my life. Like you could see the whole thing. And it was so bright and it was so beautiful. And I've been thinking about that. Like I thought I made a post about it either the night I got home or the day after. But really when thinking about that, that's exactly how life is. We can be in the midst of a storm and we can be gripping life so tight because of worry and fear and anxiety. And we can look straight ahead and all we can see is the lightning, the storm, how bad it is, how treacherous the road is getting. Like when I was driving, there was water up on the road that we had to go probably, I was by myself, but the traffic with me, we had to get down to like 20 miles an hour just to get through it. And if I hadn't looked over to the left, if I just stayed on, like looking straight ahead, looking at the storm, fretting about it, worrying about it, I would have missed the beautiful rainbow. And I think about God and about how He is always in our life. He is always there. You know, I've walked through, and I'm no different than anybody else. I'm not saying my dark seasons are different than anybody else's. We all walk through difficult seasons. But I've walked through some very, very dark times in my life. And during some of those times, I didn't look for God in them. I stayed super focused on what I was going through, what I felt, what I could see, what it looked like, my emotions, the ups, the downs, the roller coaster, the what if, the wondering. And I didn't look for God in it. And even though I was the one not looking for Him, I was blaming Him for not being there. I was so focused on the storm and yet screaming in myself, God, where are you? Why aren't you changing this? Where are you at? But I wasn't looking for Him. I was too busy being focused on how hard this is, how much this hurts, how difficult it is, and thinking about my way out. So just like when I was driving, I was thinking, should I go a different direction? Should I take this road? Should I take the highway? Should I not take the highway? We can do the exact same thing in our spiritual walk. We can be trying to figure it out, being upset with God for not making a way, but the whole time we're not looking for Him in the middle of the situation. As soon as I glanced to the left, it was beautiful. And I knew in that moment, God was with me. God will never fail me. And it's the same way in our life. I look back now. I look back to even when I was being abused, when I was being sexually abused, when I was a teenager and I was making all the wrong choices, when I hated my body and I didn't care how I used it and I didn't care who used it, when I put myself in situations where I could have literally been taken out. God's grace and God's mercy were there all the time. He was always with me. He was always trying to draw me to Him. He was always trying to bring healing and freedom and salvation. But I was the one not looking for Him. I was busy blaming Him, but I wasn't looking for Him. So I want to encourage you, no matter what you're going through, God is with you. He is there. Maybe you don't see him. Maybe you don't feel him. Maybe your emotions tells you he's not there. Maybe demons are telling you he's not there. Maybe your situation is telling you he's not there. Maybe fear, worry, doubt, depression, sadness, weariness. Maybe you're just flat worn out. Maybe all of those things are screaming at you that God is not there. Just know that's a lie. That's a lie. God is there. God is with you. How do I know that? How can I say that without a shadow of a doubt? Because his word tells me so. His word tells me that he will never leave me nor forsake me. And his word is the one and only truth that we should be basing our lives on. His word is yes and amen. His word cannot fail, and he cannot fail. So I want to encourage you, seek God. Take your eyes off of the storm. Take your eyes off of the situation. Take your eyes off of your emotions. Push aside your emotions. Push through your emotions. And seek God. Find him in the middle of it all, because he is there. He is with you. Be encouraged that he will never leave you nor forsake you. No matter what you walk through, he's there. I love you all. I want to encourage you to go spend some time with the Father today. Go spend some time speaking to him, talking to him, being with him. Pour your heart out to him. If you're afraid, tell him. If you feel alone, tell him. If you feel like you can't sense his presence, tell him. Don't run from him, but run to him, and you will find him.